Hello students, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss about two of the main topics. First, we will discuss about the interpretation of the diagram which I have made in the previous lecture that you can see. So, what I have discussed in that, the dependency of each sectors on one another, okay? Likewise, I'll write it in points. Household sector depends upon producer for supply of goods and services and factor payment. Likewise, producer sector depend on household for factor services and that all consumers perform consumption expenditure. Second, government is dependent on household and producer. I'm writing in short, but you should understand this because if you go through the previous lecture, everything will be clear. For tax and non-tax revenue, some points which I am writing here may not be in the diagram, but you can understood it, okay? Likewise, we as household and producer depend to get security and welfare from government. Third, I can say producer also export and import raw materials, finished goods with foreign sector. Foreign sector means rest of the world, okay? So these 3 points, I hope you got this. In the diagram, everything is there. In this topic, you have to make the diagram and then you have to explain what is happening in the diagram also, okay? Now, the next topic which we are going to study is about a very important thing. You have seen that there is a flow of two things in the intersectoral flow. One is goods and services flow, another is money. And I have told you that goods and services flow name is real flow and this is called money flow. So there are two types of flows. One is real flow, which is based on the transfer of goods and services between two sectors of the economy, and money flow, that is based on the transfer of money between two sectors of the economy. Sir, why you are saying two sectors? We have studied four sectors, but in your syllabus we only have to assume and study about two sector model. And when I say two sector model, that means I will assume that there are only two sectors in the economy. One is the household sector and other is the producer sector. So first I'll explain about the real flow. Real flow. Definition I will tell it afterwards. First I'll explain it from the diagram, circular diagram, okay? See, in real flow what happens, there is no introduction of money between two major sectors of the economy. The household, that means the consumer sector, and the producer sector, that means firms. So how there is no money flow, that means there is only the flow of goods and services. So how it is possible that there is no money flow? I'll show you. See, households are owners of factors of production. So households provide factor services. Factor services in form of land, labor, capital, and idea. Idea means entrepreneurial idea, innovative idea. So these are the things which are provided by the households. When they provide, households provide to the producers these all things, the producer starts to do their process of production. And when they do process of production, in return, these producers in the economy, they produce goods and services. See, if these households are not going to provide factor services, their factor services, they are not going to get goods and services from in return from the producer. So where is the money? I'm telling you, this is a real flow. We do not involve money in this case. Okay, this is just an example that you give one thing like a barter thing and you get another thing. Okay, so real flow, if I'll tell you the definition, a basic definition, I can give you a very simple one that will be helpful for. So definition can be, it is the flow of goods and services between firms and households. Firms here means the producer. Okay, so it is the flow of goods and services between firms and households, which involves exchanges of only goods and services. Goods and services in form of barter system. Here barter system, I am saying that because there is no involvement of money. And one more thing you can write, it is also known as physical flow. So this is your whole of real flow. Now we will study about money flow. As I have told you previously, only two sector model will be considered. So two sector economic model we'll see. One household, another is producer. Now what happens? The household and producer, household has given the factor services as you have seen in the real flow. In return of the factor services, producer gives back factor payment. How it gives back factor payment? It gives back factor payment in form of money, the return. Okay, and after getting the money in hand of households, we consumers, as an income, we start to spend it. And what we does consumption expenditure. Okay, so this consumption expenditure is also in form of monetary terms, and this factor payment is also in form of monetary terms. So this here, there is no involvement of goods and services, there is only involvement of money. The money is flowing and producer is giving back money. Okay, so one full money flow example is this. Okay, now I'll tell you again the definition of it. Very simple definition. It is flow of money between firms, that means producer and household. It only involves monetary exchanges, and it is also known as nominal flow. That is known as physical flow, and this is known as nominal flow. So I hope you have got the topics real flow and money flow. In the next video, upcoming video, I'll take a full example of both real flow as well as money flow, a real life example, and explain you in a very clear manner. In that video, I'll also explain you about leakages and injections in the economy. What are these things? That is important from the exam point of view. So please subscribe the channel, hit the like button and share it. Thank you, class.